to today. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's your girl V and Mo. I hope everybody has had a wonderful and great Memorial Day.
Did you
As we
memorialize?
remember,
Did you memorialize anyone? Did you?
no, I did not. I'm veterans in Vietnam and World War II, and just the whole, just that era. My grandfather had fought in Pearl Harbors, but he had passed. So, but he didn't pass during conflict. Right. So, there was that. I just memorialized those combat veterans before us, those after us, even in nonsense
Right.
wars that, our elected officials choose to put us in, nevertheless. I hope everyone had a great Memorial Day and chose to memorialize and realize why we celebrate this holidays. For those veterans that raised their right hand and did the ultimate sacrifice and did not end up coming home. That is why we celebrate these holidays.
Right,
because
so you don't forget them.
Absolutely. And we give tribute to those that deserve it. On today's podcast, we are doing trending topics. So let's not waste any time as we divulge into today's trending topics, and I will not waste a second further. Let's dig into Cheyenne Bryant's ass. I'm going there, okay? Because bitch, you got me fucked up. Right. And not only do you have me fucked up, it's because you let the world for so long call you Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, okay? And then it's the complacency afterwards that you're like, oh, well, find my degree, find my dissertation, find my gas.
What are you? Me, your ass didn't have that. That's my whole thing too. Like, okay, cool, egg on our face because hey, we as a group, as a social media group, we all believe that because her name was Dr. Bryant, that she had the credentials to be called Dr. Bryant. But Absolutely. In our face, because she went and got it trademarked, so she could do that, and she went and got a trademark almost 10 years ago. 10 years ago. So this is again, do your due diligence, do your own goddamn research on folks. Can't be listening to everybody. I don't like the fact that she knew, like you knew that shit. Like you knew good goddamn well that you didn't go.
Again, you perpetrated a fraud going on these podcasts as a philosophical, well knowledgeable woman. And I'm not gonna take that from you. I'm not going to take that from you that you're not well knowledged. You don't have some, gems about you. But what I will take from you is the doctorate aspect of it. Because you lost me where you thought you can fucking sit here and take on clients and not have a license behind it. Again, my friend brought up a very prominent point that we need to touch on. Who would you fucking be able to report this information to if you don't have no obligation to anybody?
Right. So the thing is, if as far as like the reporting, like being a mandated reporter, like obviously if you're giving out therapy sessions and your life, whatever you're doing, right? You're changing lives with your venture and if you're practicing under a license and you have got your credentials and you did the work and you did you went them out to get what you needed, yeah, you should be able to produce that. And it's protected. It's for you to be protected and it's for your clients to be protected. So nobody can come back and say, oh, well, Dr. Bryant told me to leave my 20-year marriage and I did, and he tried to kill me and I'm suing her. Like, it's so you can be protected. But
Absolutely.
there are a lot of people in the world who don't practice, but who sell self-help books, that give self-help classes, and they have no credentials. They are literally
Stormy.
Yeah, they don't have no credentials, but they have the what is it called? Not, I can't think of it right now, but basically
like a coach, life coach.
Bing. That's what it is.
Life coach.
So they go out and they say, hey, I'm a life coach. Under the term life coach, you can give out some advice to people that you may think will better their lives. Your ass didn't do that, Cheyenne. You was walking around this motherfucker talking about you was a doctor, okay? Okay? You was walking around this bitch talking about you was a doctor and you had the credentials. And then when you sat on that woman's sofa and you started getting upset and you started to talk crazy to us about you ain't got nothing to prove. And you know motherfuckers get the line when they get talking about some God.
We ain't got nothing to prove. And then
start,
you went on a yacht and was talking about find it and find this.
right,
Again,
like,
I
y'all
say,
still talking about me. Girl, don't nobody give a fuck no more, baby. We know that you're a fraud. Next.
But again, this is where the argument comes in for me, right? As somebody who knows the work that comes behind having to get a doctorate, right? Because baby, it's not peaches and creams, okay? Just like it's not peaches and cream to get a bachelor's, master's, all that work times a million at that magnitude, okay? You feel me? So with that being said, my argument with this whole conversation is the fact that you didn't do the work behind it, yet you're still trying to get the accommodations, you're still trying to get the recognition. That's what I don't like. That's what those that have doctorates are not really feeling, i.e. those honoraries. Chris Brown, you could have kept that. As one tourist to another, baby, I know you're watching my podcast, I get it, we are those bitches, I get that, but baby, this honorary shit, I'm not with. Give those honorary doctorates to those that passed away in the pursuit of getting, they said, doctorates. Absolutely. Not to these motherfuckers that have paid a substantial amount of money to fucking be a part of the motherfucking alumni. Okay? I'm not with none of that. Okay? And I'm not going to work for Cheyenne Bryant.
It's real people that have to work for that shit. People work for that shit. Getting an honorary doctorate, getting an honorary anything, and that you did not work for, you shouldn't even want it. You didn't work for it. You didn't work for it.
And again, we're gonna move it along because you're not gonna get too much time. Go ahead and wrap that shit up. Chud the Builder.
She was sitting on that motherfucker. Wait a minute. Wait. She was sitting on that motherfucking yacht. No, that body was bodying. That body was bodying. I was like, God damn.
Your body was tea. You're a beautiful woman. Yeah. Whatever. Nobody is saying Cheyenne Bryant is an ugly bitch. Nobody's saying Cheyenne Bryant is a dumb bitch. Nobody, because you're knowledgeable. But the fact that my argument with you is the fact that you didn't take it that step and fucking actually do the work behind it. Because baby, a bitch like me, if I had to do the work and a bitch is over here taking accolades when I really had to do the work and I know what it is to get the work in and be in a fucking field, to get this, to obtain this level of fucking degree, and you over here just because you trademark some shit, oh yeah, I'm argumentative. Absolutely. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Because what you have is fucked and up. Because I spent the time, I did my due diligence. Bitch, you could have did the same. But because you chose not to and you went to fucking pay a certain shit to do this, or you fucking trademark this to do that, I'm not with none of that. You're not doctorate shit, okay? If anything, you're less than a motherfucking a bitch that has an associate's. At this point, you're giving high school diploma. Baby? What is we talking about? I get it. I hate it. That's why bitches being fraudulent and be like, I'm a recipient of a master's degree, or I'm a recipient of a bachelor's degree. Just go do the work. Please, shut up. Nobody is checking for you to have to be at this accolade. Nobody. You don't have to do this. But because, again, you choose to want to be in a fucking club, let's talk about inclusivity. You don't always have to be involved in some shit, okay? If you're not inside the club, you can't be in it, okay? If you don't have kids, Let's not do a family fucking photo shoot with people's great grandchildren and have dogs implemented in the shit for a fucking substitute as kids, okay? Let's not have this argument about who can and cannot have children. People that were born with a fucking uterus can have children. They were women. They are women. I don't give a fuck whatever they decided to do afterwards. To me, in my mind, and a hill I will stand on and die on, it's a mental illness. Okay? Hey, I respect the transgender community. I let live your best life. I don't let you live shit because I don't have no fucking obligations to that. But what I won't do is sit here and make it seem like that's not a mental illness that you got going on when you can't tell me you want to live a life as a man, but you don't know what it is to be a man. You don't know what it is to have natural testosterone pouring through you to know what it is to be fucking turned up at 2 years old to fucking 8 years old. I can tell you what it looks like because I have nothing but males in here, but I don't know what that life is like. Okay? So I can't be like, oh, I know what it's like to live a life as a boy, so I want to be a boy. But I still have my reproductive organs that allow me to still be a woman.
Right.
Okay? That's where the mental health illness kicks in.
So to bring it back in, I think I understand what you're saying. Like you said, if you're not in the club, if you standing outside, you can't get in the club, you can't get in the club. You ain't what's that? You got a wristband? Where's your wristband? You gotta go get your wristband, baby. You gotta go get it. Cheyenne, you do not have a wristband. And I don't think you're ever gonna have a wristband. But hey, education ain't stopped yesterday. You can always go and get your actual doctorate. And if
from a school that's accredited and is still functioning. Let's not give our accolades to a school that is fucking failed and there's nothing behind it.
No, we can't. Nah, friend. We can't give it up like that because
yes, we absolutely can. That's like saying
students don't have the control over that. Students don't have that control over that. They don't have the control over whether the school is paying their bills or not. They don't have the control over that. So if you dedicate 4 years, 6 years to a college and then you grab your bachelor's or master's or doctorate from this college and then whoopsie daisy, they're no longer accredited. My personal opinion is I don't believe that still should stunt what work you have put in. Like, yeah,
if you put it in.
Right.
At this point, I don't believe you put any. I don't believe you put anything in. So fuck you and that school.
Well, there are people that did go to that school.
Okay, well, I'm not saying fuck them. I just said fuck her and that school that you couldn't pay your bills. Okay.
Go on to the
and while we're talking about paying our bills, Chud the Builder. Okay, fuck you for real. Okay,
you see how karma circles back around. Karma, it just circles back around. I mean, that bitch came back so fast on his ass, he didn't even have a chance to react. The FBI was just telling your motherfucking ass, they was just giving you a warning, Chud. The FBI, motherfucker. You think the FBI is talking to you just to be talking to you, motherfucker? Out of all the people to be talking to, they talking to you, they telling your ass, hey, you better calm the fuck down around here, because it's about to get real. I had seen something they said, because I just started seeing this man. I don't know who the fuck this motherfucker is.
I didn't know who he was either.
I just started seeing him before he got locked up, but I saw him like on my timeline a few times, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" And then I was like, "Damn!" My initial reaction was, "Why is nobody really reacting?" Then I thought about it. People want to trick you out your spot. They want to trick you out of your spot. Do not let them. This man was standing in front of black men, black women, in this, in that, monkey this, monkey that, gorilla this. I mean, the most racist, nasty, degrading things that you could say to somebody, you're letting it just spew out of your mouth, and you're just hoping and praying that you could kill her. Put your hands on me so I could kill her. But nobody really reacted to him, and God be the glory.
Absolutely.
God be the glory that the environments that you kept taking your bitch ass in, that those were some men that knew not to get tricked out their spot. There was some
Absolutely.
men that was like, and I know what type of shit you on. I know what you trying to do. I know what you trying to take me away from my family. You trying to take me away from my kids, my job. Y'all move around. So good for them. Good for everybody who did not, react to the bullshit. But for the individual who was, shot by him, I pray that you have a speedy recovery. He was a veteran as well, and he was Black. I don't really know the true backstory, like how it all happened. Like I don't know where, what happened. But regardless of the fact, you shot an innocent person. Not only did you was really feeling yourself that day, bitch. You did that shit in front of the courthouse. You ain't give a fuck. You was just like, I'm about to do this shit right now.
Absolutely. Who you thought you was?
At this point, friend, I'm starting to believe that he was a fucking mole. Like somebody put you here to do this shit. Like somebody was paying you to do this because all of a sudden the FBI was literally just telling him like the week prior, like he had just did a stream and was crying and shit about how the FBI was on his ass and was basically telling him like we're watching you. And he was like, well, I'm going to have to, settle down for a while. But before I do, he had made a nasty ass tweet and was saying basically like before he do, it's going to be
well, there it is.
Something.
There it is.
Right.
You see how whatever you put in the universe, it comes right back to you. Stop playing with folks. Stop playing with folks. And while you thought everybody was a monkey and this, that, and the third, you're now fighting for your booty hole. I hope you're getting the worst
probably whooping his
treatment
ass. To the
of
window,
your fucking life.
to the wall. With your motherfucking
you know who somebody else is getting the worst treatment? Mackenzie, Shirilla, whatever her last name is, from the crash. The Netflix documentary had just displayed the crash. Is it a series? I don't think it's a series. It's a movie.
It's a documentary.
It's a documentary, and they displayed how this young girl Mackenzie had killed her two friends. One being her boyfriend Dom, and the other
was a friend.
Davian. Excuse me for mispronouncing his name. But the friend of Dom indulged into what the young men did. Nevertheless, whether Dom was a drug dealer or not, because that's the whole speculation around that, it doesn't take away from the fact that two young men lives were taken away because this girl thought that her life was spiraling because she couldn't fucking grasp the fact that this man was leaving her drug dealer, her whatever, her cash cow. You couldn't handle it, and you thought y'all we're gonna be out of here.
No,
that's the only thing that I can think of as to why you crashed a brick wall.
I followed the crime when it originally happened. I haven't seen the documentary, but I know of the crime because when the shit happened and it popped up and it was all over the news. I'm a news watch, baby. Me and my best friend, baby, we goes down the blotter report about what the hell is going on in the country.
Not the blotter report.
We go down the blotter about the country. We go down the blotter about the city. We go down the blotter about the state. We go down the blotter about everything. But we sometimes dwell over there in the other countries, but we won't go too deep over there because we need to figure out what's going on over here. But that's exactly what happened. No emotional regulation. I was just having a conversation with you offline about people you not being able to have emotional regulations, and then you not being able to control yourself, and then you end up in situations like this because when you snap, there will be no, oh, well, I thought about this. Having emotional intelligence, I've seen something a couple days ago about just the level, different types of emotional intelligence that you're supposed to have, right? With your friends, with your family, with your community, with your, spouse, with your children, like how you're supposed to be able to like handle these different avenues in your life and how to handle them, right? I really, really, really want people. Look, it's hard. Every day I'm fighting for my spots in the USA and not in cell block 9. Fucking inmate 22345 in this bitch. Okay,
listen.
Every day I am battling not going to jail because of people. A motherfucker got me fucked up. But then I have to reel it back in. I have to remind myself, you're trying to trick me out my spot. You want me to be the angry black woman. You want me to be the one to say, oh, well, look at you. Now you're locked up and you can't take care of your kids. And you can't take care of your nieces. You can't do this. You can't do that. And all because you made a split decision to react off of somebody else's, emotions or actions. Her ass, Mackenzie, she did that shit purposely. That shit was
Absolutely.
you did that shit, like you said, because you lost control. You couldn't control this man anymore, this young man. He was finding his way away from you. He had already said that he was scared of your ass, and you had already been threatening him. You had already been doing all of these things. So you knew that this was going to be the end all. People do it all the time. Not everybody follow through with the shit, but how many stories or instances have you heard of someone saying, oh, I'm just going to off myself and I'm just going to get out of here. If you don't want to be with me, if you don't want to be with me, I'm just going to do
off
this
of temporary feelings.
Off of temporary feelings because you can't control it.
I
want them to bring back mental health education in the schools. I need them to bring back how to regulate your emotions. I need them to bring back, conflict resolution. I need them to bring it back.
Absolutely.
We need to bring it back. We might need to start this motherfucker in middle school. Elementary, I don't know. They still childish as hell. They might not even get it. Middle school, baby, they think they got it all figured out. Let's start them. Let's start with they ass. Okay? While you think you got it all figured out, I love to see, school systems and women and men mentoring these kids and really telling them the real stuff and really showing them what it looks like. Okay? What it looks like. It looks like this when you're flustered and frustrated. It looks like this when peer pressure is not actually putting the blunt to your mouth, but it looks like you've been in the room with people that's smoking and you think it's okay when you know it's not. I want them to bring back core values. I want to bring back core values inside the schools. Okay? Because everybody ain't teaching core values at their house.
Absolutely.
Everybody's not teaching core values. Okay? So your child is coming out here, they don't even know what the hell integrity means. That need to be the first word they learn when they come out the womb. Do the right thing even when nobody looking. Okay? That save your ass a lot of trouble. You got a lot of trouble to save you a lot of time. Mackenzie motherfucking ass, she in there. They say she in there having a ball, baby. She having her way. But then I also seen
but okay, let's talk about it.
Getting written up.
Yeah,
but you keep getting written up because you keep thinking that you can have it your way.
But my thing about it is, if one is complimenting the other, if one is scratching the other's back, i.e., if she's having her way and then getting the reprimands, I mean, that's been her whole life because we see her parents in the documentary being some type of hippies. Now, again, I say, I don't have the manual to be a parent.
Right.
But my first thing as a parent is to not be my children's friend. That's my first thing. I don't want to be your friend. Now, when you get to living your actual life and having children and doing the right thing and being an asset to the community, to society, and not being a liability, and fucking just being a wholesome citizen to the world. When you are doing that well into your 30s, 40s, then we can be, I guess you would say, cordial friends, as in the sense that, you can call me, we can chit chat. You still can't cuss with me because we're not that.
Right, boundaries.
But
the boundaries. It still have to be boundaries set. In her instance, there were no boundaries set for her. Her parents never set boundaries. They really just allowed her to do what she wanted to do. This is what it looks like when you don't create boundaries with your children and you let them run the show. Because now she didn't think that her shit stank and now she locked up. You locked up for 15 years, which I don't even think that that's long enough, okay? They should have gave her 15 years.
Is it 15 consecutive? So that means a whole 30?
No, I think it's, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I know it's 15.
I know it's a little minute. I believe it's a little minute. I don't think she's young enough to get back out and have kids type of thing.
Yes, 15. I gotta go look it up. It said she was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 15 for the 2022 crash that killed 2 teenagers. Her conviction was upheld by the Ohio Appeals Court in 2024. So she's doing life with the possibility of parole after 15 years. But what the fuck is life? She must serve a minimum of 15 years before becoming eligible for parole.
Mm.
She was handed 2 concurrent sentences of 15 years to life after being convicted.
Nevertheless, I hope the parents go in there and let the judge know that you don't need to be let out.
Absolutely. When the parole board comes, because in 15 years, she's still going to be young. In 15 years, she's still going to be able to go out here and start a whole new life if that's what she want to do. Literally.
Absolutely.
Get married, have
Absolutely.
children, become a successful entrepreneur or whatever, or, you know, whatever fuck she want to do if she gets paroled in 15 years. I would hope that they don't give her the parole in 15 years because you showing your ass so bad, baby, within the first 2-3, baby, their shit counts against you. They gonna pull all that shit up. At the parole board, they're gonna pull
If
it
they
up.
just pull up this documentary, if they just pull up this Netflix documentary and they sit here and just look at how you just really, I don't know if your lawyer thought that they told you you did your A1 on this, but you did not, baby girl. Nobody believes you. The fact that you kept repeating, I have no recollection of what transpired, but I know my intentions were not of it did not give. It did not give that with the swoop of the head and
The
the
long head.
dullness of the eyes
Head
and
long as hell.
just nothing. It didn't give none of that. It didn't give sympathetic. It didn't give remorseful. It didn't give I'm understanding of what transpired.
No, because
Your
she didn't do
mom,
anything
and
wrong.
again I say, I don't have the parent book, but the documentary that was again on Netflix, and your mom over here talking about the friend, he just was a new friend, and she was just, and then they tried to argument that you had some ailments about you passing out and all this other stuff. Girl, let's be so for real.
You said
If
it.
I was the family
Enabler.
that lost that child, I would have been over the goddamn threshold between us. Security would have had to peel me up off you because it doesn't make no sense. At what point is there accountability? You see videos on the documentary. You see videos of her smoking her blunts while driving, of her doing this, of her doing that. Everything illegal behind the wheel. So I'm supposed to
Enabling.
sympathize that you didn't have mushrooms in your bag, so you weren't that much of an influence, which leads me to believe, to let me know that since you weren't that much of an influence and you've been driving and smoking, that you weren't that high to know that you weren't going to crash into this wall unconsciously.
On top of the fact that you was going 100 fucking miles per hour on a straight road, you never broke, you never tried to brake, you never swerved, you went straight. First of all, you wasn't driving a fucking rocket where that bitch go from 0 to 100
But
in
it sounded like
2.5
one.
seconds. That bitch
It
probably
sounded like
did
one.
go to 0 to 60 though, in like that. Like, and I don't think people understand how fast you can go from 0 to 80. Okay, 80 is fast as fuck by itself. You went past 80 and you at 100 now, and you went straight towards a wall. No braking, no nothing. How the fuck? Even if you did pass out, even if you did black out, your foot that heavy on the gas?
Let's again, our argument behind that. There's been the black box, I guess you can say. The black box showed that they were moving the gear shift from drive to neutral, but I guess they couldn't hold it further past to get it to park, because I'm guessing that's what the boys, the young
They
men
was
were
trying to
trying to
stop the
do.
car.
They were trying to stop the car, but who knows what could have transpired in there, right? But what we do know is that the gear shift was shifted multiple times from neutral to drive, right? So somebody was shifting this motherfucker. Okay, in my mind, as a person who has the frontal lobe developing and is developed, my cognitive skills would tell me, and using my inference would tell me that somebody was trying to push it all the way to park instead of neutral, but they couldn't get it there.
Right, because
But
drive
because
is the opposite direction on the stick shift.
So because they couldn't get it there, it lets me to believe that somebody was attempting to get it there in the hopes of stopping whatever it is you had going on. Okay. Mm-hmm. With that being said, it lets me know that you had full control of what the fuck was going on as a driver. And even still, even if we wipe all that shit out, as the driver, you take full responsibility of all bodies in the car. I want people to understand that. Okay. Absolutely. So whether we have all these other things to continue about why she's at fault, I want people to know when you drive a car with passengers in it, personnel in it, you take on the responsibility of all said personnel. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if something happens to the car with passengers in it, you are responsible for that. Okay? 1009%. So with that being said, she's responsible. Let's keep moving the fuck on. And not too much on these stupid ass bitches, because I Speaking of stupid ass bitches, Adrian Broner. Bitch.
He look a mess.
Your he looks skin, a mess.
His skin, like, his body, what he speaks, how he dresses, this corny ass shit you doing on stream. It's even corny that you on stream with this young ass nigga. Like, this nigga young as fuck.
Who is trying to pull you out of shit? Who is pulling you out of shit?
I'm trying to figure out how do you know this man? How do you know this man, and what is the, like, what the fuck is going on here? What is going on here? How did he become part of the streaming world? Who wants to see this crazy shit?
And then why are you a predator on the streaming world? Because every time I see you, you're always fucking doing some shit to a young woman.
Or you're saying always some wild shit to a woman. Or
saying something. So, do we need to lock you up under the jail?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He need to be the first one. Absolutely. Actually, I don't understand why they ain't picked the case up on his ass yet. Just with all the weird ass shit he been doing on live stream. And then everybody, and then this is my personal opinion. Anybody that's associating themselves with this man right now, run. That even go for the kids.
I mean, at this
that
point,
nigga wouldn't even be my daddy.
We live in a world that people use other people for clout, so they may be running towards him, not away from him, because they're not seeing the long term damage that they can.
Everything that glitters ain't gold.
They're seeing the dollar bills, and that's what I hate. Because baby,
he broke as fuck. You talking about from the views?
Friend, he just posted a again, I don't know if these dollar bills is fake, but he just posted a video, which I will put down here. He just posted a video, I think, on the Shade Room where he's just flashing a whole bunch of $100 bills. Again, I don't know if it's fake. I don't know if it's fake.
This man couldn't even get an Uber home.
And was axing. But while we over here talking about shameful niggas, Drake and this album.
I didn't listen to it.
Aubrey Graham, you could have kept a lot of this shit. You done sat here and made Kendrick's words resonate even more. That's why They Are Not Like Us is fucking still topping the charts, because you did everything he said you would. You got a feature with your raps in all three of these goddamn albums is so goddamn basic. My 6-year-old
but I don't
can
think
fucking rap nice and Iceman, nice man,
I don't think that he's ever been lyrical. I would have never.
Well, he had some shit, because I'm not gonna front. 2016, Energy. Okay, he had that shit. Okay, My Woes. Let's not forget it. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of that was just.
But whether it was writers or him, nevertheless, that shit hit. So I'm not gonna play Aubrey Graham. But what I will do for Drake Yella is sit here and let you know that these 3 goddamn albums, that's why I feel like you did this shit, because you had to make it hit some fucking where, because baby, 3 is so overwhelming for me. Okay? Where do you think I have the time as a fucking stay-at-home mom to listen to all goddamn 3 albums?
I mean, if you were
Quickly
a man
now.
like that, you would. But damn, I mean,
Who? When you're cursing and everything else, I am not that parent. So where do I spend time?
if
You
you,
out here hitting me with the basic ass shit, and then you're slap that ass, slap that ass. Where was that beat? Where did you get that beat from, baby? Because where did you think I was supposed to slap that ass? Slap that ass. Slap that
friend,
ass.
I
Slap
don't
that
even know this.
ass.
I gotta go listen to the song.
Yeah, friend, I can't even give you the fucking the fucking name of the song because bitch, it's just so. I just been skip. I've just been skipping everything. I just been skipping every motherfucking thing.
Well, while we
Good night.
talking about trending albums, whether they're good or bad, Six Black got an album out. Y'all should go check it out. It's nice.
Absolutely.
It's
That's
nice.
my guy.
That's my guy too. I like
That's
him.
my guy. I fucks with him.
I think I like how he stay out the way. You know,
Absolutely.
he's East Atlanta baby, so he keep it. You know, I love Miss Little Six Black baby. I fuck with Six Black. They're my dog. And the new album lit. It might be like 2 skips on there, maybe 2.
Not 2 of them things.
Maybe.
You know what ain't a skip? This Ebola outbreak. Baby, I remember back in 2012, 13, right? How my unit, back when I used to be a whole horse soldier for the United States Army, was about to get ready to go and fight and deploy to Africa for the first Ebola outbreak. I remember that. I remember everybody so like, oh my God, we're about to go fight a disease. And years later, here comes Corona. Nevertheless, right? Why are we fighting a shitty ass disease? Because that's what Ebola is. A whole lot of fecal matter.
Is
Okay?
it?
It is. It is Ebola.
All right, but excuse me. It comes. I can believe that, but in the countries that it is, the outbreak is like serious in, and it gets like real deep. Motherfuckers get to dropping like flies. It be in third world countries where they don't have the resources of like clean water, and they don't have the resources of, you know, bathrooms and doctors and nurses. You know, like medicine stuff like that. Like they don't have those resources, so it makes sense. So for me,
But they're coming over here, right? They're it's coming over here and it's spreading because clearly we're not doing our due diligence, because how fast did Corona spread? We're not doing our due diligence, and I'm not saying it's only because we're not washing our hands or you know, the sanitary things, right? But we're not doing our due diligence in quarantine. If you're sick, stay the fuck away from people, okay? If you're sick and you have to go out, put on the motherfucking mask. If you're like you get what I'm saying? Like, stop touching and then want to touch the whole grocery store, or want to touch a beauty supply store, or Walmart, Target,
or travel, period. Like,
period. Anything. You want to be out and about because you are selfish enough to infect the world. That's how this shit is spreading. Okay? Fast. Because people are just not considerate of other people. They're not washing their hands. They're not sanitizing. You're just being disgusting and touching everything the fuck else.
And you're traveling while sick. You should stay home if you're sick.
Absolutely.
And home being wherever the fuck you reside. Country, planet, state, where stay your ass over there. Okay? We got enough problems. Still trying to figure out where the fuck them folks at they got off that shit.
Okay, at this point they're intermingled. So
Yeah, for sure.
they're the sellers. They're the sellers. They're the ones that are stationed somewhere that are gonna. The government is gonna press a button and the spores are gonna come out their fucking
Oh
body,
God,
and now we're
no!
all
Leave
gonna
it
about
in
to
the
be
name of
fucking
Jesus.
contaminated
Oh
at this
no!
point because I feel like at this point the government is trying to mass kill us out in the abundance because the way
Well, they say we got too
the
many people on the
Hudson
planet.
the way the Hutta virus came, the way the fucking Disney shit done dispersed, the way the Ebola outbreak happened, I wouldn't be surprised if Corona 3 times square rooted to the 10th power is coming out in 2027. Okay, at this point, new series coming soon. At this point.
No, for real. I wouldn't be surprised either.
Be surprised, But what I am surprised about is that Lotto and 21 have made it their business our business. Love that for them. Love that for those that are keeping up for them because, baby,
Cause
I
girl,
don't keep
I
up.
didn't give a fuck when I knew that them goddamn folks was together by 2-3 years ago. Okay, when she been dropping gems, she been saying shit, been
I mean,
saying shit, been saying shit.
at this point, we seen the tattoos. We done seen everything we
You rap
needed to
about this
see.
nigga all the time. You rap about him all the time, all the time.
We done saw it. So I'm happy that you guys are able to live your best life with your
Right.
newborn, and I'm glad the wife is co-signing and making it seem like you guys are all cohabitating for him to keep his citizenship. Love that for everyone as everyone is progressing and moving forward in life. I can't wish anybody any hardship, any badness besides Chud the Builder. Okay?
Absolutely.
And the Mackenzie girl.
And Adrian Broner.
And Adrian Broner. Because if you're gonna be a pet, if you're gonna be a creep, just please get off the internet.
Get off the internet with your
please.
weird looking ass. You
You're
look
just
a fucking
weird.
mess.
You look disgusting.
You look a mess.
Immediately in
You
my
act
mind,
disgusting.
absolutely. And immediately in my mind, when your skin does all these extra ass things, it's giving really the hard drug. So please stay off of that.
God, it's giving.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's probably why you're not boxing anymore or whatever you got going on because
yeah, because
I just hope you find the help that you need, baby, because this ain't it. The streaming world, though you showed a couple $100 bills, I just think that your life is on the line. Okay?
Absolutely.
I think your life is on the
and
line.
You're spiraling and you're trying to find any way to I don't think he's trying to find a way to be relevant. I think this is just what type of creepy ass nigga he is. And this shit that he doing is just making him go viral. And he's not really seeing fault in it. Like being a drunk ass bastard. You're
Just
not seeing
disgusting.
any fault in it. Like talking to women crazy, putting your hands on women, unwarranted sexual advantages, like
you're nasty.
Nobody wants to touch you with your no neck having ass. Okay, nobody wants to touch you.
You just it's giving turtle.
Absolutely, it's giving turtle.
Alas, we done indulged in our trending topics. Get in the comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about or talk on.
And how y'all feel about the trending topics this week? What y'all think about it?
Because it's a whole lot of fucking fuckery going on.
As always. as always. It's always some shit going on. I mean, baby.
But nevertheless, we hope you guys stay safe. Keep yourself strapped up with the hand sanitizers and the masks. And keep looking forward to our upcoming podcasts. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, bye.